Here's the truth. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm really not sorry because it was my intention to be authentic and vulnerable in my request because it's calling a lot of vulnerability. And I believe that your call and your ask should have the same energy. Your call and your ask should have the same energy. And that's why I'm here. That's why I am here. That's why I'm still here. So, I am Feleecia for anyone that magically happens to find this where I did not send them. I also go by Faye. I also go by your girl, the goddess. And the past decade of my life has been the most transformative so far. I haven't had that many, so I guess, 1 out of 3. That's pretty good odds, or pretty good odds. I got the most incredible honor, and I was blessed with the opportunity of taking care of my grandmother, Elizabeth Clark, for the past 8 years before a year ago. 8 years before a year ago. So from 2014, I moved in with my grandmother after my grandfather passed. And when he made his transition, I moved in, and my grandmother had never lived alone, and the idea of me leaving her by herself was just not, that was my best friend, and I did not want her to feel alone. And truthfully, I was grieving. And everybody probably knew that was the best thing for me. Because, truthfully, my grandmother is the strongest light force I've ever experienced consistently in this life. And just every day with her was such a joy. Every opportunity to see her and be under her smile. I think about my high school chorus teacher, Miss Millie Turk. I hope she sees this. But I think about her and all of the things, all the songs that she was very intentional about imparting in us. And one of those was "The Lord Bless You and Keep You." I don't know if that's the real name of the song, but y'all know what I'm saying. "You make his face to shine upon you and be gracious. And be gracious unto you." Give you grace, give you peace. And that's been the last 8 years of my life. My grandmother was the one who put her face upon me. She had that kind of love, that kind of energy, that kind of light. And anyone that's ever had the honor of being in her presence will tell you that even if you were in her presence and she was upset, it was still the most loving, big Leo tribe mother energy. She would never say anything to make you question that every word that she said was for your highest good. It was for you to be reminded that you are a child of God. Did you forget? You forgot? Oh, okay. Well, let me tell you about yourself. Okay? Get right, baby. You're running out. You running out. And I think that always represented like you running out of grace. You might want to be intentional about your next steps. You really might, because I hate to just see something unfortunate happen to you when you go get that switch. No, but really and truly, that's her favorite phrase. People on the outside looking in at me taking care of my grandmother in my 20s. When my grandmother has children who are more established, who are, obviously older than me. I did a lot of defending for a while. Because for me it was never about anything other than the fact that my grandmother gave me everything. My grandmother was everything to me because I'm a Leo rising, she's a Leo, and I'm a Taurus sun, and she just always gave me such a solid foundation no matter what was going on around me. I think sometimes I reflect on my life and I had a lot going on. It was a lot going on around me. And that's another story for another day. But my grandmother, I came here from my grandmother. I truly believe that so that she could be my best friend, I could be her best friend. We could just live and explore and do life. She had retired by the time I came around, so we just, every time we were together, it always felt like this is the only thing There was no other place in the world she would rather be. And that's a very special, special, special kind of feeling that some people aren't as fortunate to experience as often as I have. And that alone, the amount of love that I have within me and around me, and I've always had, no matter what the circumstance of my life or the circumstances that the people in my life were in, I never felt a lack of love, ever, ever, ever. I could never say no one loves me. Never. And that in itself is a gift. It's such a gift. And it's kept me with a little bit of light, no matter how dark it felt for me. No matter how dark the tunnel was at the time, that little light of mine was planted in me. That faith was planted in me by my grandmother when I was 3-4 years old. The first things I was reading was metaphysics, like Daily Thoughts from the Hill. I was practicing affirmations when I was 4 and 5. And that's something that was so ahead of its time, and if we look at even now, people are coming to the understanding of how powerful it is to nurture your seeds, these galactic seeds, these universal divine beings that we are given, that we are given as an opportunity to experience. But they come here with their own plan. And as I am navigating life and understanding my plan, and surrendering to my plan, surrendering to the plan, I have come across so many people, and I've been led in so many divine directions. And one of them is light school. I am going to light school. Going to the wizarding place. I really just kind of want to leave it at that, but I'm sure people are going to want to know more information than that. But really, I am going to be a part of a spiritual life coaching development program, and it called to me. I was called to it, and I'm so excited for who I am becoming and who I am discovering, because I've already am. So it's really just who I am uncovering, who I am unveiling, who I am allowing to take up space in me and as an expression through me, and to show up in the world around me. And I feel that this time period has, been a little rough, Okay, clearly. Okay. It's been a little rough. But it's been so beautiful, and it's been given to me with such ease and flow and grace. And I also have a lot of financial responsibilities, and that I am working to put together and in order. And I would love very much to be supported in my journey. And you gotta ask to receive. That was the real download of this, is that you have to be honest, which I don't have a problem with being, but honest when no one asks. Nobody. Me. That's what this feels like. But it's necessary, universal law. And so I believe that God will make a way for me because God got me here every single step of the way. But specifically, I know that there's a divinity with me in this program and in this time in my life, and getting back to music and being able to afford these opportunities that are given to me to be able to travel and really develop myself spiritually and really tune and fine tune my spiritual gifts, because ooh-wee, they are beautiful in their raw state. They are. And I appreciate them. And I'm learning to appreciate them where I used to want to deny them and shut them out and pray them away. And we all do a little bit of that. We do. We do a little bit of something about the brilliance of who I am. It's a little scary. It's scary. And I've always felt that way, and I've always known that about myself. But now I'm deciding to lean into that. Lean into the fear. Lean into the possibilities of failure. Lean into the risk of it all. Lean into everyone's opinions. Lean into my own distress and anxieties and moments of doubt and fear. Because all of that I allow myself to be trapped by the boogeyman and not just take the leap, keeps me from what God has waiting for me to step into. And so it is my request that however you can support me in this journey, I know everybody, okay, is experiencing America in 2024. I am not the only one who could use some assistance, okay? But if it's your time and, it's not your money, you be like, hey, but I can help you with pushing out some creativity. I can make some space for you. I know somebody I can put some hours on the books. I am so open as the reflective that I am. As the real reflector that I am so open, and I am so just blessed and grateful already. I'm already in it. And I'm so excited for all the miraculous ways that I get to be revealed to myself, and I get to see the miracles unfold within me and around me. All right. I will keep going if I don't pause it here. But thank you. Thank you for just listening. Thank you for holding space for me. Thank you for saying prayers for me. I know I got a lot of aunties and cousins in them who ain't heard from me. And I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. And I've just really been navigating and unpacking how beautiful my whole life, just how beautiful my whole life is, and all the experiences that have gotten me here. And y'all are always with me. Y'all are always a part of me. And I appreciate you. And I look forward to all the ways that we are able to empower each other in this process and hold space and light for each other in this process. And I have a lot of different labors of of divinity that I've been working with spirit and just really bringing everybody in on my journey instead of waiting for me to be full-faced, and presenting. That works for some people. That works for some people, but I feel that everywhere that I am is a reflection of where a lot of people that I love and care about are. And if I can hold space and stand in the gap and encourage and inspire and just be real and like allow that to be cool, no matter how it looks, then I think it's worth the uncomfortableness of it all for me. I am devoted to being uncomfy and allowing God to just show up and show out. So, thank y'all. I love y'all. And just wrap yourself in a big hug. Especially if you made it through the end of this video, wrap yourself up, okay? Wrap yourself in a big hug for me, please, please, please. I love you, 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 and I see you. I thank you. I thank God for you. You are appreciated. Go forward, shine your light.